Naruto, it's Wednesday the 2nd of June 2022.
After filling our bellies with vending machine coffee, Dan and I took the Hikari Shinkansen, the bullet train, from Tokyo to Osaka, where we met the Glyco sign, the running man, and ate numerous courses at Kanidoriyaku, followed by the obligatory karaoke bar, singing my heart out to Bluebird with a random Japanese man.
Today you are in the region of Nara, famous for its deer, but behind me now you can see Tojai Ji. Brought some mochi, doughy bread filled with stuff. It's pretty good.
Nara was the capital of Japan during the 8th century and so has many shrines from this era. The Japanese consider them to be originals, even though the majority have been burnt down and rebuilt, but regardless, they are magnificent.
And now we have climbed Mount Wakakusa, and behind me you can see a great view of Nara. You got some takoyaki balls, which are famous in Osaka. I think they're pretty good. Today you are at Osaka Castle.
It was built in the late 16th century by Hideyoshi Toyotomi, who was a peasant turned samurai who eventually rose to become the daimyo, the feudal lord of a temporarily unified Japan. For lunch we had okonomiyaki, a pancake pizza dish famous in Hiroshima and Osaka, along with various other delicious meals throughout the day. Finally off to Kyoto, where we slept in a capsule hotel, an infamous Japanese invention. Small but functional.
In the morning we went to a few of the shrines in the old area. Got some fried chicken and got some mocha ice cream, which is a speciality of Kyoto. And now we have climbed Mount Inari, going through the thousands of gates known as the Fushimi.
That night we stayed in a ryokan, a traditional Japanese inn, catching up on sleep after a few very long days.
This morning was your final morning in Kyoto. We went to the bamboo forest and then the monkey park. Then you took the bullet train back to Tokyo, where you can see this amazing view. This morning after breakfast you went for a run to the Imperial Palace, which you can see behind me now. I was able to use my standard running playlist, which is predominantly anime, but listening to Japanese music in Japan is a different level entirely. Hopefully your presentation goes well today, and you might even get the presentation award in the whole conference.
Wednesday the 8th of June, just eating some Kobe beef, and we're cheap that we all split it between ourselves.
I'm a poor PhD student, but even then it was the best meat we've ever eaten, so that's all that matters.
A very suspicious karaoke bar.
Today you are at Hakone, and behind you now is the Torii of Peace. Now at the top of Hakone, and these are black eggs boiled in the water of the sulfur, turning the eggs black.
We then visited Hakone's infamous hot springs, powered by the volcano itself, where we also ate some self-serving barbecue, and then off to Tokyo Shinjuku's Golden Gai district for a few drinks and some Mario Kart.
Today you are at Lake Kawaguchi in an attempt to get a glimpse of Mount Fuji. Now we're at the Chireto Pagoda, which is infamous for the classic Mount Fuji photo.
We stayed at the Five Lakes Yamanashi Prefecture for a little longer, trying the infamous cake sandwich, and then back to Tokyo for Ichiran Ramen, a famous fast food ramen restaurant specializing in solo dining, where the ramen is delivered with minimal interaction through curtains. The next 2 days were more relaxed, simply exploring the various areas that Tokyo has to offer, from Akibara to Roppongi, and, as always, a multitude of mouth-watering meals. We also attended this absolutely stunning exhibition of light, with each room dedicated to a different experience.
Now you are at a Naruto theme park,
where I ate ramen at Konoha's Ichiraku, took selfies with many of the Naruto characters, and rewatched the first Valley of the End fight, this time in immersive virtual reality. Continuing on this weeb trend, the next day I went on a massive shopping spree, purchasing plushies of the Sinnoh starters at the Pokemon Center, purchasing several Yu-Gi-Oh cards, purchasing a bunch of manga, purchasing a Nintendo Switch, and purchasing a Japanese knife engraved with my surname. I truly felt like an anime character. Even the stores play music almost identical to those depicted in the Pokemon games.
You're still in Tokyo, but you are off to Hiroshima in a few hours. You are currently at the Your Name staircase from your favorite anime film, Kimi no wa. Now you're at Miyajima Island, which classically would have the Itsukushima shrine behind us, but unfortunately it's still under construction till the end of the year. In most guides, it's considered one of the top few things to do in Japan, but unfortunately we can't see it. But it's good weather and we'll have a fun time regardless.
The following day was spent in mainland Hiroshima, visiting the museum and sites dedicated to the first atomic bomb used in war, killing around 100,000 people. The Genbaku Dome and Peace Memorial Park remain as a reminder of the devastation caused, with a peace flame that has continuously burned since 1964. Not quite sure how to switch the mood now, so here is a montage of the food we ate.
We're at Universal Studios.
A unique blend between Japanese and American culture. You slaughtered titans on Parody Island, showed your worth in the Hunter exam, aided Spider-Man in defeating the Sinister Six, saved lives from water-based terrorist organizations, met dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, performed magic at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. But unfortunately, you then had to catch a flight back to reality. This Japan trip was truly a dream, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For context, we were allowed to attend during Japan's COVID tourism restrictions through a business visa as we were attending a conference. My first ever conference, presenting my first ever paper, and winning my first ever research prize. But more importantly, this meant that there were exceedingly few foreign tourists, allowing us to see Japan in its purest form. And it was, to borrow a term, sugoi, a strong socio-economically developed country combined with a non-Western culture, something I had not previously seen. They also do some things objectively better. More efficient trains, improved toilets, and impeccable service. Of course, as dearest to me, they also love their anime. It threads into their day-to-day life, and being in Japan gave me a deeper understanding of the history and culture that inspired these anime, making me fall in love with them all over again. It's difficult to put into words how much anime has shaped my life. For close to 2 decades, not a single day passes without me watching an episode or listening to some music or playing a game, or at the very least falling into a YouTube rabbit hole about anime. It has brought me friendship, inspired my creativity, taught me valuable life lessons, moved me to tears, filled me with endless joy, and comforted me in the darkest of hours. It also just looks fucking cool. And with that, arigatou gozaimasu. See you in the near future, Dorito.
あと広角の術